Check, check. Okay, we are back.
Check, check.
All right. Thank you.
Check.
So, of course, we would like to start this set off with a toast.
A toast.
Aye, there we go. Raise them up. Up the long ladder, down the
short
short rope, to hell with King Billy and God bless the Pope. If that doesn't do, we'll tear him in two. We'll send him to hell when he's red, white, and blue. Aye. Now, I have a couple of jokes that can be added to the Goodly Book. I want to thank several people here for adding to the Goodly Book. This first one comes from a fine lady up there, right back there. There we go. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. When life's a bitch, beer's a must.
There you have it. Aye. That's going in the Goodly
That
Book.
is destined for the Goodly Book.
Yes.
You just paste. I've got a glue stick at home. We'll just paste it right in there. And here's another one. Guy walks into a pub with jumper cables around his neck. Bartender says, "Don't start anything."
Aye.
Groan of approval.
Yes. You can, yes. And I would preface it with an Irishman walks into a pub. You know. You can stay, Seamus. But don't you start nothing.
I'm right. I'm like a secretary up here. All right, and we have a lady here. I believe her name is Zumi. Sorry, Zumi, but it's your birthday.
Wearing a crown.
And it is traditional on your birthday, you must dance with the wenches. Dance, 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 dance.
South Ireland, yes. Way south of the border. Yes, this is not played in Northern Ireland at all.
Thank you,
Well,
Zumi.
thank you.
Happy birthday. And many more.
Well, we're going to start it off with the Wild Colonial Boy. And actually, Dan, you know a little history on this.
Well, this story is about Jack Duggan. It was written in the 19th century. And every year before I come up here to Wisconsin, I like to watch the movie The Quiet Man, which is a John Wayne movie. You're probably all familiar with it. One of my favorite movies, but I like to get into the spirit, you know, the Irish spirit, and that one always gets me in the spirit. But there's a scene in that movie where they're all in the pub and they're singing the Wild Colonial Boy. So,
And I've had several adventures to Ireland, and the wenches have too, actually. And there is a bar in Castlemaine, which we went to. It's down in the Dingle Peninsula. Yeah, yes, a great music place it is. But don't tell anybody, because it's still, you know, shh. It's a really nice. Well, anyhow, we've gone through many of the towns and many of the places, the castles that a lot of these songs are about. And it's pretty cool to go back in history and check all this stuff out. Of course, Europe is. Yeah. Yeah. We used to sing this song called The October Winds.
The Castle of Dromore.
Castle of Dromore. Well, so we're going through Ireland to check out all these different places. The bridge where Roddy McCorley was hung, the bridge tomb, that's there, and there's a Celtic cross, and it has his name on. But I wanted the Castle of Dromore. Where is the Castle of Dromore? Because we went travel agency or tourist, and I had like 3 gals working on this, and they're all digging into the history, and it was a nice little search for them too. But the Castle of Dromore, we went to Dromore, and it is no more. and the lyrics of the song, it starts out, "The October winds lament around the Castle of Dromore." That's just great poetry, but it's a lullaby. And then what they're saying is basically it's just history. It doesn't, but they used to build the castles on all the high points in the land. So we went to the highest point in Dromore, and which happened to be a supermarket. And we had a beer, and I took a picture. I tried, it was just history whispering through the winds. But anyhow, and then, there is a Jack Duggan's bar in Castlemaine in Ireland, and it's there to this very day. So here it is, the Wild Colonial Boy.
There was a wild colonial boy,
Jack Duggan
was his name. He was born and raised in Ireland, in a place called Castlemaine. He was his father's only son, his mother's pride and joy. And dearly did his parents love the wild colonial boy.
At the early age of 16 years, he left his native home
and to Australia's sunny shore he was inclined to roam. He robbed the rich, he helped the poor, he shot James McAvoy. A terror to Australia was the wild colonial boy.
One morning on the prairie, as Jack he rode along,
listening to the mockingbird, singing a cheerful song. Up stepped a band of troopers, Kelly Davis and Fitzroy. They all set out to capture him, the wild colonial boy.
Surrender now, Jack Duggan, for you see, we're 3-1.
Surrender in the King's high name, you are a plundering son. Jack drew 2 pistols from his belt, he proudly waved them high. I'll fight, but not surrender, said the wild colonial boy.
He fired a shot at Calais, which brought him to the crown. And turning round to Davis, he received a fatal wound.
A bullet pierced his proud young heart from the pistol of Fitzroy.
And that was how they captured him,
The wild colonial boy.
Aye.
Thank you. Aye.